It's TechGuy276. I realise I haven't actually done a video in a long time, but a lot of people have been asking me to do technology blogs, get back into the YouTube game, and since the Apple conference is coming up now on September 9th, I thought I might as well do it and start doing videos again. There's one feature which I will talk about after I've talked about all the rumours and all the speculation that's been going on with the iPhone 6. The iPhone 6 is no new features, no new like heartbeat sensor, don't want any of that shit from Galaxy S5. Same fingerprint sensor. There's been rumours that it's going to be a sapphire display, so it's going to be virtually scratch proof. Like, I mean, if you get a knife and put it against the screen, it won't scratch it. If you put sandpaper, you'll see slight scratches. If you get steel wool and you'll rub it against the screen, it will scratch it. So that's how far the iPhone 6 will actually come to being scratch proof. There's going to be two new models of the iPhone 6. There's going to be a 4.7 inch display and a 5.5 inch display. There's been a lot of people complaining about the upgrading of the resolution to make it better than the Samsung Galaxy S5, which is a 1080p display. There's been a lot of speculation that they will bump it up to 2K display. And Sony today announced their new Sony Xperia Z3, and they've kept it at 1080p. And the chairman of Sony, the phone line of Sony, said that it's 1080p is just perfectly fine. I'd rather have more battery life than an overkill on a 4K display or a 2K display on a phone. It's just not needed. With a TV such as 42 inch 4K, I can understand it. And there's going to be the same fingerprint sensor. Bump it up to the same resolution. On the LG G2 now, which is what I'm recording it on, it's a 1080p display, and I couldn't be more happy with it. Going from a 720p to a 1080p, there is a big difference, but I don't think 2K or 4K is the next step of technology. With the iPhone 6 as well, there might be an iWatch that is going to be announced. I don't think iWatches are the future. If Apple can figure out a way or a functionality that's on the watch that you can't do on the phone. See, I had a Pebble. I used it solidly for about 3 months, and then I just wasn't interested anymore. Plus, I could see all my notifications. The best thing about it was I could play music from it, and if earphones were actually plugged in and wrapped around my neck like that, I could start playing music and listen. I used to listen to work. I used to listen to music in work and pause it on my watch when I saw the manager coming or hear my manager coming. So that was the best bet for me. If Apple can come up with a feature that's maybe right, this is another thing. The iPhone 6, I think the way that payment system goes and the way that Google Wallet works and the Passbook works and all this other stuff. If I tap down like the Nexus 5 on a contactless payment credit machine, it'll then process that and pay it without the PIN. And I think that's very flawed, because somebody can steal your phone, put it down on that, and then have the food that they've ordered or whatever. But I think the iPhone 6 could like revolutionise that. If the iPhone 6 had an NFC chip in it, you could place the iPhone 6 down on the credit payment system and then hold the fingerprint against when it's against the fingerprint, and it'll register it and it'll do everything, because it's just personal to your device. Like, nobody can rob it, nobody can use the credit card details that are actually on the iPhone 6 itself. You need the fingerprint. You can't use sellotape. You can't chop the finger off. It won't work if you chop the finger off, etc., etc. So it's actually security. If somebody steals your phone, yes, they can get all your details, not like bank details, but they can't use your card, because then obviously you've just got to keep your phone on you. Don't lose your phone. Don't let anybody steal your phone. I know you can't help it if somebody steals your phone, but just be careful of your phone. The same thing with the NFC. If the NFC is in the iPhone 6 and then the iWatch comes out, maybe tap the iPhone 6 against the iWatch and it purrs straight away, instead of doing that stupid Bluetooth or whatever. That's one of the main reasons. Bluetooth 4.0 is not a massive battery drain, but Bluetooth 2.0 is. And then you've got NFC, which is a much less battery consumption chip, and it works really well. It works with everything. So maybe if you could put it in the battery, the NFC chip in the battery, or some sort of NFC chip next to the A7 chips or the A7X chip or whatever chip it's up to, something like that. And I think I know Apple will be mainly focused on fitness because they've got Nike Fitband, they've got the Fit, other Fit products, and then they've got HealthBook, which is on iOS 8. They've got all these different features, and you'll have to have Siri on the iWatch. Like that's one of the main features. That's one of the main features that's actually missing out of the Pebble. If the Pebble had voice dictation, like reply to Facebook message, sorry, I'm going to be late, and I'll be there in 10 minutes, then that would have been a killer. I would have been using that feature. I would have been still been using the feature today. But obviously, there's going to be Siri in the iPhone, the iWatch, and I just don't think iWatch is the future. I think Apple has the potential to actually do it right, because you've got Samsung doing it, you've got Sony doing it, you've got Hawaii doing it, not Huawei, and then you've got small manufacturers actually doing the like a smartwatch, but I don't think they've actually done enough research to actually do it. It's like Samsung at the moment. They're bringing out the Samsung Gear virtual reality helmet, where you put your Note 4 into there, and then that simulates obviously 3D. Then they've got the Galaxy Note Edge, which is actually just like it's like a Samsung Galaxy Note, but with a little screen on the edge. It's like if you hold your phone landscape, then that would be the notification panel, etc. Like it'd just be there on the top, and then you'd be able to control all your play controls, have a look at notifications, quick launch applications, etc. And I think I'm going to leave it there because I've done enough rambling for today. So thanks for watching, guys, and see you next time. Bye.